Great sound is incredibly overlooked. When it's great, it's all about the sound. And when it's bad, it can be painful to listen to.
Yeah, starting with 1925 when Mr. Shure started the company in radio parts, what was going on at that point, it was all radio. And then in the 30s started to get into the different types of microphones, which was really important to the company to convert from radio parts to microphones in the 30s, because then World War II happened in the 40s, and boom, they're up and running with mass production of several different kind of microphones and headphones, and they had the knowledge and the know-how. And then what happened after that? After the war, the 50s happened. Rock and roll presented itself. And then when the 60s happened, when the whole British invasion and you started seeing more and more musicians play live, and the scale, we were prepared for that as well. I'm speaking into the SM58 microphone, but the S stands for studio. It was made for the studio because that's where all your popularity, your microphones were used until live sound happened. And when live sound happened with acts like Elvis Presley, and down the road later when the Beatles came to America, sound amplification really wasn't ready for that kind of scale.
Well, when you think about the way that you interface with audio during the course of a day, I tend to remind people about what happens in your daily life. So think about your commute to work. When you get to work, you're probably involved with hybrid meetings all day long. Then you go home and you're watching the news at night, or maybe watching a sporting event. And all along that journey, Shure's innovation has been there to capture that audio that you're listening to. So we're a part of your everyday life, and you may not always know it. A few examples come to my mind when I think about like going to a concert, going to a sporting event. So you may not see all the sounds that are being captured in that moment, but our knowledge and innovation allows a performance to go on flawlessly. For example, the way that you mic up a drum set is a lot different than putting a microphone on a saxophone. The same thing is true at a sporting event. Maybe you don't think about the microphone that's under the base at a baseball game, or along the sidelines at an NBA game, in the net of the basketball hoop at that same arena. So those kind of sounds capture the whole 360 view of that sporting event and give you a much better experience.
Versatility really requires a unique understanding of the differences in each of those applications. And for us, that we take that understanding and we build that purposely into the hardware products, the software products, the way those work together to overcome today's challenges and the opportunities our customers have for tomorrow.
So at Shure, we're committed to providing high-quality, innovative products. So to do that, we do a number of things. First and foremost, we do a lot of research with our customers. We employ a lot of new and cutting-edge technologies. And to do that, we have 5 centers of innovation around the world, in Europe, Asia, the US. When we test our products, like I said, we test them for all sorts of environmental factors. We simulate all kinds of scenarios that you'd expect in the real world, but we also make it a much harsher environment.
I started here as a quality engineer, so I'm very familiar with all of the testing capabilities we have. And I find it funny that in modern culture, people talk about the mic drop. Dropping the mic, in a moment of triumph. That is probably one of my favorite tests. I used to love performing it when it wasn't actually automated. We used to physically drop the microphones onto a hardwood floor and test them after the fact.
One thing we're committed to doing is being able to incorporate a lot of our customers' feedback and end user feedback. So we do a lot of research, both with universities and outside firms, as well as our partners in the industry, to make sure that we incorporate the latest technologies in our products and deliver high quality audio products to our customers. So AI has become an integral part of our technology offerings, from our digital processing systems our Shure Intellimix that incorporates machine learning and artificial intelligence, allowing us to basically filter out the sounds you don't want to hear. And augment and improve the sounds that you need to hear to get the job done. And so we have things like crowd cancelers, noise canceling, automatic gain control, all sorts of algorithms that allow us to ensure that the user just get a pristine audio signal and that they can immerse themselves in whatever the job is, whether that's being in a conference room listening to a meeting or the professional artist who's providing an event to their customers.
Every time I talk with customers out in the field, they tell me about Shure's quality. They're talking about our audio quality and the performance that delivers for them. They're talking about our build quality and the reliability that allows them to have long life cycles with our product. Or they're talking about the quality of the care that they got along the way from interacting with our service. I really think that reputation for quality carries through everything that we do. It's part of our DNA, both internally and externally. That's really part of the secret sauce that helps Shure deliver quality experiences to customers.
The future of Shure is very bright. There are a lot of things coming that, as a company, we're very excited about. It's our mission to make things simple for everybody and make it easier to get right to how you want your voice amplified, whether it's many people in a room or a church or if it's just one person. Our goal is to have software work with hardware and give people the ability, whether it be voice activated or connected in some manner, to where things are set up in a very simple and easy way. And that's one of our big missions right now.
At Shure, we're excited about the future of sound. We're committed to being at the forefront of providing an amazing quality audio experience for our customers, no matter where they use our products, whether it's in the professional arena or in the content creation arena or even in conferencing rooms.
I had a nice overlap of time with Mrs. Shure. She and Mr. Shure definitely shared the same set of core values, building a strong quality product, having people respect each other within and without the company, and being a good corporate citizen. And I could definitely feel when I started with the company that people just didn't say those values, they lived them. So we have 100 years of having that empathy again for our end users. And when we ask our customers what they want, we're not just asking, we go into their environment shoulder to shoulder and look at their whole workflow. And we're not asking ourselves, how do we make our product better? We're actually asking, how do we make this person's job easier? And I think that makes for a completely different set of solutions. And yes, we still have our legacy microphones that will always be part of our history, but we also have higher tech solutions as well that involve software and DSP, and all of that comes about by trying to make people's lives and their jobs easier.